What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Offspring. And we're returning to Ignition, and I'm going to listen to one of, I think, only a few tunes left on this album that I haven't reacted to. Shout out to all the folks following the punk rock reactions, as well as Yvonne, who has shared an Offspring Greatest Hits compilation. And I've said going a while back that I wanted to finish this album and Smash before I move on to that one, because that compilation has songs from ahead of those two albums in time, and that's the period where I wasn't following Offspring as closely. So I want to continue going through their material that I know pretty well, and then we'll move on to some stuff that I may have heard once or twice, because again, Offspring were very much in the popular culture by the time you get to the second half of and the late 90s, but yes, it's the stuff from the first half of the 90s that I actually know better. In any case, we're going to listen to Get It Right, which is a short tune lyrically. There's like less on the page than in some of their other songs, but I think it's a well-crafted song, and it's one that speaks to psychological disillusionment, or I wouldn't say despair, but I would say being jaded, the idea that no matter how many times people tell you, oh, if you put in enough effort, you're going to get what you deserve, and eventually you'll get what's coming to you, and no matter how many times you maybe resolve that, you know what, I'm gonna put it all on this, I'm gonna, even sell my soul if it can get me this thing that I'm really striving for, you still might not get it, and you still might come up empty. And there's a line in the song that's something like, no matter how many times, or if I look out the window for the 1,000th time, or I look in the mirror for the 1,000th time, it's all the same. Like, the world never really changes, I never really change, I never really get that reward that I'm supposed to be getting for putting in the effort, for doing things the right way, and so on. So there's, again, a bit of a jaded, cynical attitude about the way the world isn't as just or fair in terms of what comes someone's way, depending on, how much they're willing to work. And it even makes reference to, is it Holden Caulfield, the character from Catcher in the Rye? I read that book a very long time ago, I think for high school. I don't remember being particularly fond of it, so apologies if people out there like that book, but either way, I do think that's a character from that book, and I think the narrator here sort of, empathizes with or understands the plight of Holden Caulfield, and uses that reference as a way to indicate that, no matter what he tries, he just can't get it right. And of course, it has all the telltale Offspring sonics, Dexter's great voice, great guitar work, and lots of energy. I also wanted to give a shout out to my friend Brendan. I don't know if he'll end up seeing this, but yeah, he went to an Offspring show very recently, and I don't know if he had like backstage passes or whatever, but he was in a big group picture, and Dexter was right in the middle, bleached hair, like smiling big, so apparently he's still rocking away, as is the band, so that was cool to see. In any case, let's give it a listen. This is the Offspring, the tune is Get It Right, and it's from their album Session. Or what am I saying, Session? Ignition. Session is the first song on Ignition. Sorry, my brain got confused. But yes, Offspring, Get It Right.
Like no, when I want, don't come and see.
awesome. I like. In retrospect, it's a bit surprising I didn't continue following Offspring, because like this album and Smash are just awesome from top to bottom, start to finish. And again, I like both albums just about on the same level. But if I had to pick one, I'd say it's probably Ignition. I just think this is a masterpiece of an album. And it's funny because, Smash is the one that did become a smash hit and actually, was a huge thing for Brett Gurewitz's Epitaph label. But yeah, this one, as I said, I think is at least on the same level, if not even like a half step higher. And this one, when I think of this album, I think Kick 'Em When He's Down, I think LAPD, I think Session. I don't usually think of this track right away, but I feel like it's just as good as those other ones. So yeah, it's just a testament to the album's quality. And yeah, again, like Dexter's like vocal extensions, always good. The guitar work, it just has this very characteristic sound. I mean, even before Dexter sings, Offspring from this era, you hear like 10, 15 seconds, you're going to know what band this is. So yeah, just everything is in a good way. As I said, I think it's a very jaded song. It's a song of, frustration and feeling like, the world isn't as equitable, or it doesn't provide the result even if you do put in the effort, even if you go so far as to sell your soul. So yeah, I enjoy the kind of jaded punk rock attitude of it. So in any case, let me know what you think. I'll see you for the next one. Peace.